Here on the shores of Grand Isle, the road to recovery is still long. There are many houses that look like they have not even been touched since Hurricane Ida came through. But speaking with the mayor, he says one of the biggest priorities is focusing on the coastal restorations in order to better protect this frontline island.
If another major hurricane cuts this island up, what's going to happen is probably have 8 to 10 feet of water in New Orleans or in St. Charles Parish. We just feel like sometimes we don't count. They think they want us to wash away.
Mayor David Carmidel is doing everything he can to protect the community he's lived in for decades. Being a barrier island, they are no stranger to storms, but as the coast washes away, he's trying to do what he calls Cajun engineering to protect against the next storm.
I'm just aggravated, here hurricane season is. You're here today, and knowing that I got 12 gaps in the levee, and I got my own little bulldozer pushing, dirt to try to save what we can on the beach. But it shouldn't take that long with the federal government.
There have been major projects to improve other barrier islands across the coast, the Trinity East Islands, Spanish Pass, and the Terrebonne Basin Islands, funded through the Deepwater Horizon oil spill payout.
They're the line between the Gulf of Mexico and our coastal bays, so they're important in that way, kind of from an ecological perspective, separating kind of the Deepwater Gulf of Mexico with our more shallow bays and our estuaries that are more inland.
For those who live on Grand Isle, it's not just the coastal protection that makes the island important. To them, the island is magical.
You wake up in the morning, you're looking at a Gulf breeze. My granddaughter was this morning on the porch looking at the Gulf and saying, "Papi, this is quiet, it's nice." And then she sees the dolphins right there in the water.
With each powerful storm, insurance rates skyrocket for coastal communities. Some don't want to return after Ida. Others are considering packing it up for good and moving inland.
Can't afford the insurance for the town hall, the city hall. So I want to keep that money to keep my budget just alive, to keep a steady check for my employees. And the hell with the insurance. And I got to do it right, and I don't mean that ugly. It's just that it went quadruple on us.
The island is faced with a lot of the issues the bayou communities are facing. Delayed insurance payouts, contractors not wanting to make the trip south, and costs being too much to even begin work. Mayor Carmidel says that he will keep fighting to rebuild and believes more can be done to prevent such catastrophic damage.
I was raised to give you the last dollar at your wallet to help somebody. That's what I did. I do that every day. I feed people, whatever I got to do, and I don't believe in cutting off no water, gas. It's just pay me later. And that's what I do, But as long as it's one grain of sand to plant the American flag, we're not going nowhere, so I can promise you that. And I appreciate everything everybody does. It's tough. And I think, if I need to run higher up, to wake up America, or wake up somebody to tell them that, we belong to America and we need to protect the little towns.
The mayor has made multiple trips to Washington, D.C. to share the island's story. Congressman Garrett Graves is fighting to help them.
You can't just go out there and build protection after a storm happens. That's not helpful. You can't come in and charge people unaffordable insurance rates. That's not helpful. We've got to be more proactive and lean forward.
A major issue after Hurricane Laura was the long delay in federal money. Graves says that process has to be faster. When it comes to coastal projects, he says the process is always slow and it takes convincing of the critical need. Louisiana is in a unique situation with how the Gulf and rivers impact the geography, and the coastal protections are being watched around the globe.
You can't replace South Louisiana. And while we're experiencing some challenges with our coastal loss, with community sustainability, resilience in some cases, this is also an opportunity for us, because what's happening to our communities now is predicted to happen to coastal communities across the United States and around the world.
Grand Isle is just the tip of the spear, as the congressman described it.
The bottom line is we're on the front line. And if we don't protect this little island, that's more water, more energy coming in.
But all the way up the bayous and into the big cities, climate change and powerful storms will continue to devastate, but they don't have to. The people of South Louisiana will keep rebuilding.